Hi, I'm Jake Mix, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about my Gencant 2018 Game Design Contest submission, Itty Bitty Battles.
Itty Bitty Battles is a light two-player trick-taking game played with a deck of 13 cards divided into 3 suits of rank 1 through 4 each, as well as 1 card of a 4th suit, the Warlock. In addition, we have these double-sided battlefield cards that are going to help us determine the trump suit of each trick. We'll play a series of rounds, scoring points at the end of each round. Once a player reaches 11 points, that will trigger the end of the game, and the player with the most points wins. Okay, here we are, all set up for round 1. We've laid out the 5 battlefields, we've tucked a card under each, and we've dealt out the 8 remaining cards. The 2 battlefields closest to me are in my territory, meaning I can look at the tucked cards at any time, and the 2 cards closest to my opponent are in their territory. We'll randomly determine a start player, and then each get the opportunity to insult our opponent. An insult is a bet that you think you will win the majority of the 5 tricks we're about to play for this round. And if you succeed, you score 3 bonus points. But if you fail, your opponent scores 2 bonus points. Either way, we'll go ahead and head to the battlefield closest to the start player for the first battle. Here we are for our first trick or battle. We've each played a card face down to our right side of the current battlefield, and we've used our approach edge to indicate which of the 2 outer lanes we'd prefer to fight in. Each lane has a printed trump suit that will determine the trump for the trick. In this case, let's see what happens. Our opponent has chosen the opposite approach, meaning we will actually end up in the center lane, which, as you can see, has no printed trump, which means the trump suit gets determined by the tucked card. Now, normally, since neither of us are swords or in the trump suit, rank alone would determine the victor. But first, we trigger our abilities, starting with the highest rank and going to the lowest rank. In this case, my ability doesn't really do much, but my opponent's ability lets them change their card's suit, and they will change it to a swords. So, their 2 of swords will defeat my 4 of shields, and they'll take these cards into their score area. They'll also go ahead and take the tucked card and add it to their hand for future rounds. The battlefield gets set aside, and we head to the victor's side of the battlefield column for our next battlefield. We'll go ahead and continue to play until we've played out all 5 tricks. At the end of a round, we'll go ahead and score a point for each star in our captured tricks, as well as any bonus points from insulting our opponent. If anyone has reached 11 points or more, then the game is over and the player with the most points wins. Otherwise, we play another round, with the player who's won the most tricks being the start player in the subsequent round. And that is Itty Bitty Battles. Thanks for following along.